just in some reactions to Richard Anyagba's
I thought you were done.
Oh, a little more. I think he sought to offer so many explanations about why things are the way they are. Explanations. I've always argued that it is not about the explanations that make sense. It appears that we have been able to fool Ghanaians into appreciating and accepting those who offer or who proffer explanations to problems rather than those who offer solutions or who solve problems. My level 300 governance and leadership students know this. The essence of governance is to solve problems. It's not to set a context and to offer explanations as to why the problems are there. I don't care about the explanations. We are looking at the kinds of interventions that are proactively being fashioned out for the purposes of addressing the problems. That is what we should be talking about.
But Prof, that's exactly what I said.
No, you went on and I didn't like what you were doing. There was part of me that said I should be responding. But I kept quiet. Please, can you keep quiet so that we go?
No, Prof. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to.
When you were talking,
no, please, don't talk to me like that.
No, when you were talking, I kept quiet.
Just calm down.
I'm not calming down because
I'm not going to calm down either. I'm not going to understand.
Can you keep quiet for me to go?
No, please.
When you started,
I am telling you, just calm down. I am telling you that you are saying that I was actually telling us to talk about the program and the solutions. And I didn't talk about the PCP. So I mentioned the PCP. No, Alfred, please, one second.
When you were talking,
so you want
Professor Gyampo did not
yes, because you are attacking me personally.
I'm not attacking you.
You are, please. And I don't like your tone about it. And I want to be very clear with you. The point is that I was proposing that we talk about the solutions. So don't be pretending as if I am explaining. I was saying that let's talk about the solution rather than be mired in describing the problems and denying that the problem exists.
All right, so it is under this Bank of Ghana governor that we are told that the bank has a negative equity. It is this Bank of Ghana that is currently insolvent, and they are trying to proffer their own explanations to insolvency, saying that technically the bank cannot be described as insolvent because it's a state entity, which doesn't make sense to me. It is the same Bank of Ghana that has spent over 137 million on vehicles. It is this same Bank of Ghana that has collapsed over 400, banks and microfinances. The conditions that were narrated to collapse these banks, they have been manifested in a gazillion fold with what the Bank of Ghana is currently undergoing. It is this Bank of Ghana that we are told has printed illegally over 700 trillion, within 2 years. It is this Bank of Ghana that we are told they spent over $2 million on gold watches, and I'm asking myself, what is the relevance of gold watch to banking? Is the gold watch an iPhone that has some high technology inbuilt that enable them to work? Is the Bank of Ghana the place where you go work and you involve yourself in a beauty contest or some aesthetic looks or what? Okay, so these are some of the things that the ordinary taxpayers are talking about that necessitated a certain demonstration that, look, most of us have commended. I'm looking at the number of people who showed up. I'm looking at how they comported themselves. I'm looking at how their own organizers sought to restrain them. I saw Sami Gyampo holding a microphone, telling people not to move beyond a certain place. And I saw how the police also comported themselves. They presented their petition. And when the petition was presented, they were expecting the governor to receive. He was not there. He sent someone else. I thought that at one point in time, the insistence that the governor himself was supposed to be there to receive it was too much of a stretch. But that was within the right of the minority to make such demands. It was not illegitimate demands. Because if you look at also the caliber of people who were leading that kind of demonstration, then they had every right to demand that the governor himself was to be there. I was yesterday giving an example that if you, Alfred, you are sent to come to meet me at the University of Ghana, I can probably ask my research assistant to meet you. Okay, or I can meet you myself. But if your boss is coming, maybe I would ask my head of department to be there to meet your boss. If the president of the republic is coming to my place, even though the president may be coming to me, I would have to find a way of roping in my vice chancellor, because of levels. Okay, so you don't expect the leadership, okay, the minority leadership of the second arm of government leading a demonstration. And when we are talking about the arms of government, if we are going to look at things well, then the legislative arm of government should even be more superior to the executive arm of government, because it's the chamber that provides true representation. Not all of us voted for the presidency, okay, or for the president, but everybody has a representative in parliament. And so if you are the minority leader leading a group and saying they want to present a petition, then to my mind, they had every right to demand the presence of the governor. Well, the governor didn't show up. He sent someone else to be there. No problem. But what worries me is the aftermath, the comments, the reaction, and the response from the governor. That tends to, as it were, it's like you are trying to, because it appears because they have been able to put their hands in our mouths and seen that we don't even have more teeth to be biting. They want to now remove our rings through our shoulder. See, to me, that is how dare the governor of Ghana describe the demonstrators as behaving like hooligans? Who is the governor of Bank of Ghana? Is he a demigod? Is he a deified ancestor? Who is he? Won't he die? And when he die, won't he also be buried? Is he superior to all of us? Is he suddenly oblivious of the fact that the one, Nana Akufo-Addo, who appointed him, is a serial demonstrator? And even when he demonstrates, people listen. When he demonstrated in the Kumipreku demonstration, Rollins, who is not a fan of multi-party democracy, listened. Yeah. Okay, so what is the meaning of all this? Saying that there are civil ways of going about it. Is the Bank of Ghana governor more civil than those who are on the street? Does he appreciate the tenets of democracy? Does he appreciate the fact that in a democratic dispensation, there is a guaranteed right to dissent, and that in exercising the right to dissent, you can resort to all manner of things, including the staging of peaceful demonstration? I thought his comments were below the belt. I thought the comments were shared or expressed out of sheer ignorance of in appreciating the tenets and the canons of democracy. He owes Ghanaians a great deal of an apology. He didn't do well.
The governor?
Yes, the governor. He didn't do well. He misspoke. And I think that we must condemn him because, were they carrying guns? Were they armed? Were they going to disrupt the operations of the bank? No. And so, how dare he make such description of them? I am so appalled. I'm so disappointed. I think these are some of the things that we have to be focusing on. I don't want to belabor the points, but let me make the point again that we entrust the position of fiduciary trust into the hands of a people to solve problems. Okay? I've always narrated the origin or the reason why we brought into being a government. And if we bring a government into being, we do not, or we must not be concerned about the causes of challenges. That is the reason why we pay them and we give them all manner of things to make them enjoy a certain comfort. If you are driving in a queue, we would all be made to stop. And when the president, the duty bearers are coming, they would drive through. They have all manner of allowances. We pay for virtually everything that they use so that they can have the peace of mind to solve our problems. If you come and sit here and you try to offer explanations and you try to attempt to set a certain context, you do a lot of disservice to the concept of governance. Okay. And you can be telling this to the uninitiated and those who do not know. Okay, but I take governance and leadership. And I'm saying that can never be part of governance for us to spend all our time trying to proffer explanations as to why X is the case. We want, if X is the case and X is not good, we are interested in making sure that the X that is not good is out of the equation. It's not overly, you see, the idea of overly blaming COVID for everything is disingenuous. Okay, we have thrown dust into the eyes of Ghanaians for far too long. Let us also appreciate and accept the role that we ourselves contributed. If you spent $2 million in buying wristwatches, if we continue to fetch water with baskets, and so there is always leakages and slippages in the system, we must acknowledge that these have also contributed to the problem. But we blame COVID as if COVID affected Ghana alone. COVID did not affect Ghana alone. Post-COVID, we have all traveled. We've seen what other countries are doing. We've seen how economies of other countries are doing. And so let us, it is so pasco to continue to refer to COVID or use COVID alone as the reason why we are where we are. And you cannot tell me that you gave me something for free when I'm paying for it. Okay, it's like, so we can't think, we don't think when you have given us some, and when you gave it to us for free, you never told us that tomorrow I will let you pay. But you gave it to us, and surreptitiously you are saying we should pay for it. And up to now, as we speak, go to the malls and buy and take a receipt. Okay. There is still COVID-19 COVID-19 levy that we are still paying, even post-COVID. Okay, so please, we come to sit here to do a dispassionate analysis of issues. It is not because of malice or hatred or we don't like people. Nobody liked this particular regime more than some of us who campaigned and did all we could to bring them into power. Right. But it appears that in our part of the world, when you help a regime to, you help a political party to come to power and they get to the reins of power, all of a sudden, their sins should be whitewashed and you must not speak against them. We say this to the MPP. We supported you. You came into power. You are misgoverning. We will comment. We will critique. If NDC comes to power tomorrow, we will support them because now they are given the incompetence of this particular regime. It makes the NDC look like a saint. But we tell them that if you come to power tomorrow and you are also misgoverning, we will continue to also critique you because for some of us, that is the role we have decided to play. And so when we are doing this, please, Richard Anyagba and Co., please, it is not out of malice. It is not because we don't like you or because we want to quarrel with you. We have also decided to throw this line. So allow us to play that role. Thank you.